Hey there everyone, welcome back to Lydia's Plate. Today is another baking motivation video for you, and I'm going to be baking a lot of muffins and some granola bars today. It's approximately 1:30 in the afternoon and I only have till about 4:30 to bake depending on what I'm making for supper, so I'm gonna see how much I can get done. Let's go. So first things first, I'm gonna make a really big mess and just pull out everything that I think I'm going to need for baking, just make complete chaos here all over the island, but that way everything will be right at my fingertips. I'm also going to find the recipes that I need, bookmark them, that way it's easy to move between recipes as I finish one to quickly move on to the other one so that I can keep up or go faster than the oven. I really don't want to have the oven waiting for me. So I'm not going to talk a whole lot in this one. I'm going to try to do most of it to music, so you can just have a lot of baking motivation to fun music. But I will try to explain the things that I think may raise some questions or curiosities, so we'll see. I will be making pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, oatmeal chocolate chip muffins, morning muffin magic muffins, and granola bars. Now in the meantime, the kids are playing with some homemade Play-Doh. I can make that video for you if you like, if that's something you'd be interested in seeing. It is a super easy recipe. I think it's like 5 ingredients. And I think they're pretty common. They're common ingredients to me anyways. So yeah, I can do that one for you if you're interested. So here I'm on to the Morning Muffin Magic muffins, and they are a super healthy muffin, especially as we're wanting to eat these for breakfast. So they didn't have a whole lot of sugar, and they also have carrots and apples, and I think they were supposed to have raisins, but I'm not a big raisin fan, so I threw in some hemp hearts instead. And a little trick I tried here, and it worked super well, is I didn't have any fresh apples laying around. So I just grabbed some of these chunks of apples that I had ready in the freezer for making pies or oatmeal apple bake for breakfast. And I just took my pastry cutter and mashed up the apples. I mean, they were frozen, so I had to stick them in the microwave for a little bit first. But then I used my pastry cutter and I mashed up those apples with my pastry cutter, and it worked fantastic. So just a little tip if you're unsure, or if you don't want to be going to the store all the time. Like, I don't like to go to the store all the time, and sometimes it just happens. But yes, it was super convenient having these apples chopped up in the freezer, ready to go from last fall already. They were peeled, cored, chopped, ready to go. It was so convenient. Really cut down on my time that would have been needed for making these muffins. And who doesn't like something that saves them time, right? Alrighty, so now I'm on to the granola bars, and I had a lot of homemade granola left over. We did not like it with yogurt and berries and everything as much as I thought we would, even just as like a granola cereal with milk. The kids thought it was too nutty, so I figured I was just going to throw it into granola bars and not have to measure everything else out. It would really speed up my time that way too. And it worked, but because there was honey over the granola bars, because there was honey over the granola, it did end up being sweeter than my regular granola bars. And so with that, quite a bit stickier and softer, or chewy, a little more crumbly. It just didn't hold together as well as my regular granola bars. Maybe if I had decreased the honey a bit, thinking of the honey over the granola, maybe that would have worked. But whatever, the granola bars were still fantastic. Everybody still loved them. You just had to make sure you had a plate instead of, you know, as more finger foody as granola bars usually are. These needed a plate, but whatever. It worked. It used up that homemade granola so that it wasn't wasted. And I didn't get it all used up, so I'll scrape whatever's left of the granola into a much smaller container. And then that way I can at least have my big bowl back, because I was really missing that big green bowl. And it was taking up a lot of space in the freezer, so I'm really happy to have my freezer space back as well. The first batch of muffins are done and cooling now, and this is how easy it is to wipe these pans. I don't know, I'm guessing I probably touched on them in that first baking motivation video that I did, but I really love these muffin tins. They are made in the USA, they're super easy to work with. I just grease them with my lard. You could totally spray Pam over them or whatever oil spray that you like. That's what most recipes call for, but whatever, I'm old school. I'm doing my lard and a basting brush. But this works really, really well. And so I just clean them in between the different varieties of muffins that I'm making, or between every batch even. I'll just clean them just to help make sure that they're greased up enough and that the next batch of muffins will come out very nicely. And they do. Like, I give them a little bit of a twist once they're cool enough, and they generally twist right out of there. The only muffins that I can remember having trouble with that don't come out well and like break in half and all kinds are the chocolate cream cheese cupcakes. Those are the only ones that I can think of right now that I've had trouble with. But otherwise, I love these pans. I don't have to buy muffin liners, and they just work so well. So if you're interested in those, I think they are aluminum pans. I have never tried stoneware pans. I know I'm very happy with my pizza stone, so maybe I would try something like that in the future, but I don't know. Okay, so I have the last batch of muffins all mixed up, and I'm just gonna start cleaning up here. I'll give you a different view so you can see everything, that way I'm not running out of the picture. And I'm just gonna start cleaning everything up, putting everything away, the dishes, everything. Bam! And there we go. That did not take very long to get all cleaned up. Granted, yes, this video is sped up, but having everything out and available helped make things quick and easy for mixing everything up. And then now it was very quick to just put everything right back where it belonged, grab a couple things at a time, go put it back, and done, just like that. So now we will move on to the dishes. I thought for sure I would have a full load plus to load the dishwasher with, and I didn't. Some days it just feels like the dishwasher is so huge, and then other days it feels like it fills up so fast. Does anybody else ever feel like that too? There we go, that is it. The dishwasher can run, and I'm going to start packaging up these muffins. Cassandra wanted to try one, so I'll share one with her. And I'm gonna finish getting these muffins out of here so they can cool and I can start working on supper. I did mix up the muffins so that when we pull a container out of the freezer, we get a variety in there. So like there are 3 different kinds of muffins in each container. And yeah, I hope that you have gotten a lot of motivation to bake for your family, take care of your family, whatever. I just hope you're motivated and inspired to be the best that you can be. We're all different and we're all just trying to be the best that we can be. So I hope that this has inspired and motivated you to do just that. Now at the end, I will have a few snapshots for you of what the whole finished thing looked like. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, of course, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, share it if you like it, hit the bell if you want to be notified every time we post a new video. And I look forward to bringing you the next one. All right, guys, see ya!